We're looking at S&P 500 M&A futures. The time frame is 2000 tick chart, and in this price session training lesson, we're going to cover how to identify the directional bias of the market, how key entry points operate, and where to find high probability setups to enter. The structure in front of me is shaping up to be a trend range because the uptrend that today's session started with has a break, move to a new extreme according to trendline rule, and the downtrend has a break new low, and we are around the halfway point where the uptrend started, which means this is looking like a trend range. Move up, move down. When I'm trading trend range, I want to identify the extremes, and I can see that this is the current low of the day, the market open, and this is important line. We're going to be paying attention to this because it's going to come into play later on, so remember this. I'm going to mark my high of the day important key level and my low of the day important key level, because when I'm trading a trend range, I want to identify the extremes, and price session keeps trending lower and quite strongly. So we've been working lower for quite a significant portion, so I'm not really looking to go long. I'm going to identify the short-term channel, and I can see that the EMA rejected, and under first entry short only, we continue working lower. So this is giving me clues that this market is way too bearish. And if I'm going to analyze the start of this downtrend, I can see that we have 3 swings at the top, allowing me to identify a channel. And this is a lot of times how you can spot the right channel. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy it, put it at the bottom. Price action is correcting. It's testing the breakout area. We don't have a break below bars lows, only here. And this is the first entry short, and market continue working lower. And this was pivotal. Why this was pivotal? What is this situation telling us? The support that was identified earlier is now acting as a resistance. It transformed into resistance, breakout pullback. The sellers came into the market, and this is confirming this why the channel and the fact that there is bearish bias. So what I'm looking for right now to capitalize on a high probability setup, I want to sell a high probability setup at the key entry point EMA or the trend line. And by the way, always draw these channels because these corrections, they are mini trends in themselves. And notice how exactly perfectly the trend line is coming to play. But this signal bar is 4 points big. It's way too much risk. My stop loss has to go above the bar. So I would like to see some lower high confirmation setup. It's also quite congested. And by the time I get lower high, it's so far down, so far from EMA, I cannot take it. New low was created. I need to redraw my correction again. There was no second entry short because it never triggered below this bearish bar, but still it closed above EMA, so you don't really want to take it. You need to see lower high confirmation setup. Now we have a small break and new extreme, and notice what is happening. This resistance is holding again, and we have strong lower high. And this is very important because if you have doubts, okay, what if we're going to push back into trend range? What if bulls are strong? They're supposed to pull back and the support is supposed to hold. The fact that it is still acting as a resistance is confirming the bearish bias. And remember, trendline rules say that we need to get new extreme. Okay, this downtrend is new low. So this is decent lower high setup. It's bouncing off the important key level because your goal as a price action trader is to identify the context, which is bearish, identify the key entry point, and identify high probability setup. I was looking for personally felt second entry long close to EMA, but it never formed. By the time I get a felt second entry long is this far down, and you have to ask yourself a question: is this felt second entry long reliable? It is not, because the move down already happened. It's too late. You want to catch the move at the beginning stages, the bull trap somewhere around this point, okay, right near the EMA, because I want to capitalize on the move down. But the leg down already formed, and by the time I get a felt second entry long, it's just too late. Okay, the trap already happened. It pushed down, it's bouncing at the support once again, EMA flattening, so you can see consolidation is developing. So remember, you want to be part of the move when you're taking the failure. You don't want to wait until the move forms and then taking a failure. It's just too late. Okay, we have congestion. You can see we have no trade zone, many bars stacked right next to each other. We have short-term uptrend in play. Now we have a break new extreme. This is a small trend range, this congestion, and most breakouts trend ranges will fail. You actually have a break new extreme of the uptrend, and you have a failed breakout out of this consolidation. And the bias is still bearish because we expect new low and this key level held. So this is a failed breakout. Also visual two-legged pullback. First leg break, second. It's actually a new low, first entry short, second entry short as well. Okay, I'm gonna mark my new extreme for the channel. Now it's tempting to buy this high low, and you don't have to be too worried that you're buying right into EMA because this is normal in trading ranges. Why are we thinking about buying? Well, because notice EMA flatten, consistent price swings up and down. The market transformed the cycle into trading range cycle. Very downtrend, transforming into trading range, and eventually one breakout will be successful according to market cycle, and a brand new trend will start again, either uptrend or downtrend. But because it is quite congested and we traded down into this, it feels a little bit more aggressive. The idea is okay, but it is way more advanced. Break, new extreme. When I'm watching this, I want to see nice second entry short at the top of the trend range. Why at the top? Because this is the key entry point, and according to range rules, you want to buy low, sell high. So I want to sell high, I want to take second entry short. I get a second entry short here, which is lower high, but notice EMA flat in the middle of these bars, it congested. So I'm looking for failed second entry long, but by the time I get a failed second entry long, it's massively congested again. Unfortunately, even though context-wise, your idea to think bearish is perfect, this is such a bad congestion that you can't really, take a setup in this. Unfortunately, it would have been better had it formed a little bit closer to this area, so you're selling high, not in the middle like this, in this horrible congestion. And market continues working lower and lower, which is right now confirming possible stronger bearish bias. Okay, market keeps working lower and keeps working lower. I need to redraw the short-term uptrend, and also what I can see, we're going sideways. So I'm going to do this. Okay, we're closing. We have a new low, first entry short, and I'm eyeing a second entry short, but I want to see it close at the top of this congestion as a triple test, because I was eyeing potential wider channel like this, but it's not fully confirmed. And when the channel is not confirmed, I would like to see more reasons to enter. Remember, in price action, the more reasons to enter you have, the more you're confident are in your analysis. And the second entry short would be also one top, double top, triple test, selling at the top, but it never formed. You got the second entry short here, but you have to enter this as a double bar entry, which fortunately the bearish bar has low very close to the first bar, so the double bar entry makes sense. But I really would like to see it closing close to this triple test, because there will be supportive pattern. For this reason, I can mark it only aggressive, not fully great setup. You're quite taking a chance here. We can see market continuing working lower. At this point, I have to respect this bias, and I was also looking for potential channel like this. I can already see that the market is quite overdone. This is not a healthy trend with significant push phase and correction phase. This was like a one leg down, long correction, second leg down. So when I'm thinking about stronger correction or bearish resumption, I'm just going to be monitoring this bullish push, how it's going to react. I was honestly thinking more bullish up until this point, and notice massive push down. Okay, so this extreme rejection down is basically confirming that we are still trading a bearish bias, and this channel may get new extreme. But I cannot just sell randomly anywhere. This is once again, this is only 3 points, so this is not so bad. But still, I would like to see lower high breakout pullback, because we have small congestion, like a lower high breakout pullback. But notice there was no trigger on my chart for first entry long, meaning there is not a lower high, because we never triggered higher above this bar, which would have been a perfect lower high breakout pullback. We actually have a lower high here, which is quite close to the move. You don't have to chase it. You still have room to this low, but the signal bar is bullish. Once again, if you have better bearish bar, it's a better setup, but this is way too aggressive with this signal bar. I cannot mark it fully clean. It's still kind of like a breakout pullback, and you're still expecting low. We form new extreme, and we have small overshoot. And remember, market cannot continue working in one direction indefinitely. There needs to be correction phase and push phase. And I need to respect this as overshoot, because we've been working lower just unnaturally for a long time. Okay, there needs to be significant pullback. So overshoot can generate strong momentum in opposite direction. I'm going to redraw the short-term uptrend. First entry long only. Count reset. First entry long. We have new extreme. Now, if I'm thinking still bearish because the trend down was significant, I need to see push below EMA and a failed second entry long. Even though the scalp worked here, you can't really take it. You want to see push below and a failed second entry long because we had overshoot. And it can even reverse the market potentially. So I don't know how exactly long this bullish correction is going to be. I want to see push below EMA to confirm it. Okay, the bears are back in the market. And notice what's happening. So this is what's telling me, okay, this is starting to feel like we have reversal because the EMA holding here again and here again. So I'm going to redraw this uptrend. When I was watching this, I was thinking, okay, I want to see high low above EMA, confirming the bullish bias. Can we get high low? And we can't get high low, and market continues working higher. We have overshoot. But is the market acting as overshoot? It's not, because we keep pushing higher and we keep pushing higher and we keep pushing higher. So when I see this and it's not acting as overshoot, the trend is still developing and I'm going to widen the channel. This is normal because sometimes the channel is just wider and you don't have enough information. We keep pushing higher. So now that I can see that I widen the channel, the bias is still bullish and I'm looking for high probability setups to go long. And we have new high, can reset, first entry long, pull back, second entry long, micro double bottom, great second entry long. You have to enter this as a double bar entry, which means you need to see break above this bullish bar and then place your stop loss one tick below this bearish bar. And this is a great high probability setup. This is the trade of the day. Clear two broad legs. You're at the EMA, you're at the key entry point. The context is bullish. And look at the trade go. What a fantastic trade. You can see you would have managed to get 12 points worth of a runner because you have overshoot. So this is where you can stop, keeping the runner. You can take profits, or you can do what I do. I just trail the stop loss below each significant swing. In that case, I keep locking in the profits because you never know how far the market's going to go. So in this way, you're locking the profits, but at the same time, you are exposing yourself to potential profit. And we have overshoot because even after I widen the channel, now I definitely have overshoot. I can widen the channel first, especially when the trend is developing. But since even the widened channel right now is getting the break, I cannot widen again. I have to respect this as overshoot. I have a second entry long. Can I take second entry long? I cannot. You cannot take the first second entry after overshoot. Remember, the stronger momentum may follow the correction or reversal. So you cannot take this second entry long. You need to see high low or double trap confirmation setup. And notice you have double trap, but you have downtrend in play. Now, when I was watching this live, I actually took this out myself and I got stopped because after overshoot, after second entry, lower high or double trap many times indicate that the momentum for the trend is there and it's going to resume. But this time they fooled me because the signal bar was so strong and it's closed so strongly. It was small stop, so not a big deal. But either way, I was supposed to respect the overshoot, and more importantly, take a look. This is the area where the current open is. And this is the important key level that we identified early. And if you combine that with the overshoot, that gives you reasons that you expect stronger momentum in the opposite direction. I'm still expecting new high. But market keeps working lower and keeps working lower. You can see now it's getting way too late and market completely reversed. This is the price action for today. There were two good short setups, but you really are not really supposed to be taking a setup this late in the day. Two overshoots today reversed the market completely. Not uncommon. This is exactly what you expect for overshoot to do. This is why you always have to be careful and respecting the correction, because that's unnatural activity in the market, oversold or overbought territory. And this is why the possibility of reversal is always on the table. This is the trade of the day. Really magnificent runner, great trade. And always remember that there needs to be correction phase and the push phase. Market cannot just continue working lower without a correction phase. And for this reason, you're respecting the overshoot and you have a downtrend. And you can see the key level, once it transforms as a breaker area into resistance, this is giving you a bearish bias and you're still thinking about selling. So this is the overall structure for the day. Not that many setups today. The overshoots made it a little bit difficult, but it's sometimes what happens during overshoots. I hope you had a good trading day. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.